tell you a story that I only learned last week. It's a new story for me, and I think maybe some of you know this story. Do you know this story? Yes, you do. You know? You know this Japanese story?
This is a funny story.
Yeah,
Right.
This story, I learned it from a student in the other class, from the Rowing class. Do you know Kenta Ogawa? Yes. Do you know him?
Yes.
Well, Kenta told me this story last week, and I think it's such a great story that I want to tell it to you. And then you can tell a story later this week. Mukashi Mukashi. Long, long ago, there was a very poor young man. He was so poor, he had had no luck in his life. He had nothing. And he went into the temple to pray. And there he prayed to the goddess Kanon, the goddess of mercy and kindness. I have nothing in my life. Please, help me. And there in the temple, it seemed that the goddess Kanon spoke to him and said, "When you leave the temple, you will catch something in your hand. Take this thing and walk to the west." So the young man, he left the temple, and as he left the temple in his hurry, he tripped over a stone and fell, and he caught hold of a straw that was growing from the ground. Oh, a little straw. This is worth nothing. But he remembered Kanon's words, and he walked towards the west. He walked, and he walked, and he walked. And after a while, there was a fly buzzing around his head. And he caught the fly, and he tied the fly to the straw to entertain himself. And there he was, walking along with the fly buzzing around the straw. And he walked, and he walked, and he walked. And he came to a mother and a little baby boy. And the baby boy was crying, "Wah, wah, wah!" And the mother could do nothing for the baby. But then the baby heard the fly buzzing around the straw, and the baby stopped crying and began to laugh. Well, the young man, in his kindness, he gave the straw to the little baby boy, and the baby boy played and was happy. And the mother said, "You are kind. Thank you. For your kindness, I give you 3 oranges." And he took the 3 oranges. Now, instead of a straw, I have 3 oranges. And he remembered Kanon's words, and he walked towards the west. He walked, and he walked, and he walked. And there as he walked, he came to a young woman who was sitting in the road, and she was very thirsty. "Oh, please give me water," said this beautiful young woman. "I have no water," said the young man, "but I have 3 oranges. Please, take these." And kindly he gave the 3 oranges to the young woman, and she peeled and ate and drank the juice of the oranges, and she was no longer thirsty. "You are kind," said the young woman. "For your kindness, I give you this piece of silken cloth. And he took the silken cloth and thought, now, instead of 3 oranges, I have a piece of silken cloth. And he walked towards the west.
He walked.
And finally, he came to a soldier. But the soldier was standing next to his horse, and the horse was sick. "Oh, my horse is ill," said the soldier, "and I cannot go to the market to buy silken cloth for my wife. She will be angry." And the young man said, "Oh, I have some silken cloth." And in his kindness, he gave the silken cloth to the soldier. And the soldier opened the cloth. Oh, it was so beautiful. And he gave to the young man his sick horse. And the soldier went away, and the young man thought, now, instead of a piece of silken cloth, I have a horse. The horse was ill. All night long he rubbed the horse. Finally, he helped the horse to water, and the horse drank. He looked after the horse until the horse was well. And he saw that this was a fine horse. And when the horse was healthy enough, he climbed onto the back of the horse, and he rode proudly on this good horse towards the west. He rode, and he rode, and he rode. And then he came to a beautiful palace with a lot of land. And the landowner saw him and said, "Oh, that's a fine horse. I need a horse like that." "You can have my horse," said the young man. "Take it." "You are giving me your horse," said the landowner. "Thank you. Then come into my palace." And he took him into his palace, and he called for his daughter to bring tea. And his daughter came into the room, and she was beautiful. And she said, "Father, this is the young man who gave me oranges when I was thirsty. He helped me. You are the one who helped my daughter. There is no one I love more than my daughter. For your kindness, I reward you. You will stay here with us. You will live with us. You will marry my beautiful daughter." And it happened. There he married that beautiful girl, and they lived well, and he was rich. And when the old man died, he and his wife looked after all of that land. He was a millionaire. This story from Japan is called The Straw Millionaire.
素晴らしい長者。素晴らしい長者。わらしげ長者。わらしげ長者。
Oh, that's in Japanese.
Yes.
Warashi
で、
be
長者。
warashi be choja.
わらしげ長者。
Warashi be choja.